In this lesson, we'll be looking at division of integers. We have two objectives. We want to divide non-zero integers, and then we want to discuss 0 as the divisor or the dividend. First, let's look at the rules for division, and you're going to see that these are very similar to what you saw for multiplication. It says to divide two non-zero integers, first of all, you divide the absolute values. Then, if the signs are the same, the answer is positive, and if the signs are different, the answer is negative. Those are exactly the same rules you had for signs for multiplication. So let's look at a problem. The first thing we want to do is to determine the number. Then we'll come back and look at the sign. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. And then because these have opposite signs, our sign for our final answer will be negative. Now we have negative 6 divided by negative 3. We do the division once again. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And this time, because the signs are the same, the answer is positive. If we look at this one, we have 4 divided by 2. The number part is 2. And because the signs are opposite, the answer is negative. And then for the final problem, we have negative 8 divided by 8. Once again, do the number part first. 8 divided by 8 is 1. And then a negative and a positive means that your final answer will be negative. What I'd like to do now is give you 5 practice problems that I'd like for you to write down and do just like you're used to doing. Please pause the video and make sure you can work these, and then we'll continue on. I'll talk through these very quickly for you. 3 divided by a negative 3. Once again, we do the division, and 3 divided by 3 is 1, and the signs are opposite, so our answer is negative. The next one, number 2, is negative 15 divided by negative 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3, and since both numbers are negative, our answer is positive 3. Number 3 is 14 divided by 7, which is equal to 2. Both numbers are positive, so your final answer is a positive 2. Negative 12 divided by 4. Well, 12 divided by 4 is 3, and then because the signs are different, we end up with a negative 3 for the answer. 5 divided by negative 1 is equal to a negative 5. Once again, the signs are opposite, so our answer is negative. We do want to move on now to looking at 0 as the divisor or the dividend. Let's look first at 0 as the divisor. When we are dividing by 0, that is undefined, meaning if you see something written like this, 10 divided by 0, that's going to be undefined. Another way, and we haven't talked about fractions yet, but another way to think of this would be 10 divided by 0. When we get to fractions, I'll remind you that we cannot divide by 0, and so you would tell me that this is undefined. Now we want to look at 0 divided by a non-zero number, and that is equal to 0. For instance, if you have 0 divided by 3, you could write that as 0 divided by 3, and the answer to this problem will be 0. Some of you will have trouble keeping up with which one is which, so I want to give you one of those little Dr. Fisher tricks. Remember up here we have 0, and I want to write a word right here beside it. 0 is under, it's on the bottom, and you'll notice that when it's under, it's undefined. And a lot of times that will help you to remember. 0 here is over, and the answer is 0. And that's a little play with that 0 and the O, and I get that, but sometimes that's enough to help you remember which one is which. So if I now give you these 3 practice problems, I hope you can do those. Once again, I would pause the video, write these 3 problems down, and work them. When you have finished, start the video again and check your answers. 0 divided by a negative 3 is equal to 0. When we have 0 in the denominator, negative 15 divided by 0 is undefined. And for number 3, 0 divided by 7 is equal to 0. That's all I have for you on this lesson. If you have any questions, give me a call. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.